What is the most interesting statistic you know? That belly button bacteria study was wild. 60 belly buttons sampled. 2,368 different species of bacteria found. The study indicated that 1,458 of them may be new to science. One had a rare bacteria found in Japanese soil and they had never been to Japan. Two had rare bacteria that thrived on ice caps and thermal vents. Not a single bacteria was common to all buttons. When tested by another agency, TSA failed to detect weapons, bombs, and other destructive materials 95% of the time. The risk of a heart attack is about 20% greater on Mondays for adult men, and 15% greater for adult women. Used to work as a meteorologist, more people die from flooding each year than from every other natural disaster added together. A good portion, at least, are people who think their cars can make it through the water when they obviously cannot. In 2020, overdose with a synthetic opioid, primarily fentanyl, became the leading cause of death in all Americans ages 18 to 45. Motor vehicle accidents were the former leading cause for this age group. The average age of retirement in the U.S. is 62. 53% of retirements aren't voluntary. 20% of the mammal species on our planet are different types of bats. There's about 5,000 species of mammals, and about 1,000 of them are varieties of our little winged buddies. Since the mid-1970s, the world's population has doubled. We collectively receive about 2.4 billion robocalls per month. Dragonflies have a 95% hunt success rate, making them the most effective hunters in the world. The average drunk driver drives under the influence more than 80 times before they get caught. Sharks have existed for longer than the rings of Saturn, 450 million years versus around 100 million. World War II claimed the lives of 3% of the world's population in 1939. National Geographic found in 2018 that only 9% of all plastic worldwide gets recycled. A study in the U.S. by the Environmental Protection Agency found only 8.4% of U.S. waste was recycled. Biffa Waste Services Limited was caught sending over 1,000 tons of private home waste to India. Labeled as paper so you pay less per container. For profit. Basically, recycling is a depressing joke. Less than 10% of Americans do not wear seatbelts and account for 51% of car-related fatalities. Wear your seatbelt. Ignore your friend who told you, "My buddy's cousin would have died if he was wearing his seatbelt." Quote. Innocent people will admit to a crime they never committed 43% of the time. Prostate cancer affects 80% of 80-year-old men at some point in their lives. 80%. That 49.6% of Pakistanis marry a first cousin and 8.3% marry a second cousin. In rural areas of Pakistan, up to 80% of people marry a cousin.
48% of British people wouldn't go to space even if their safety was guaranteed, with the most popular reason being that they just simply didn't have any interest in going.
Of the 30 fastest 100-meter sprint times, 21 were run by athletes who tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. The other 9 were Usain Bolt.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.